Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our pets reading. So this is all pets under air signs. You can see I'm recording a little bit differently this morning. I'm actually a little bit low. I have an ottoman. I don't know if that's because I'm doing a pets reading, so I'm kind of their height, I guess. You'll see 3 decks of cards. We're going to use 3 cards to tune into all of our pets born under the air sign for August. Last month in July, we saw that somebody else, maybe another human in the household was kind of getting the encouraging the pet to be a bit mischievous, or another pet was kind of getting that pet in trouble. So let's just check in, see what the energy is for our air sign pets this month. So what's on deck for August? Maybe their personality's changing. Just a heads up for us on kind of what's going on with our pets, all of the pet parents out there. I don't really have a rhyme or reason, so maybe we'll do like 3 cards of each card. We'll have like 9 cards to kind of go through, give us a general idea of what's going on for the month. I'll try shuffling this way. Seems a little bit easier this morning. Go this way. Okay. Oh, I should have said that I do timestamp below. So if you don't want to watch the process and you just want to get into your reading for your pet, timestamps below for that. Okay, and we'll get the last card here. Ooh. And then we'll dive into the reading. I'll take my timestamp for those that do skip ahead. And then we'll get into the reading for the air sign pets. So hopefully someone else, like I said, another human in the home, or another pet is not still kind of getting them in trouble here. Okay, so taking the timestamp, and then we'll get into it. All right. So all of our air sign pets, what's on deck for August here? Some lounging around. Maybe some of you are taking your pets out to camp, or it's just high heat days. I know here we're going through some humidex, so I just see sort of just chilling, right? Just kind of literally hanging around. Okay. Yeah, even like here, they're kind of just hanging out, cuddling up, not really doing much. Again, it could just be your climate at this time. It could be the month as well of August. Just a slower month, preparing month for going back to the back half of the year routine here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for some reason they're pulling me into this blue, I guess it's a scarf he's wearing, but I want to say blanket. Could also be like cool air, like AC. So either they're finding coolness with a blanket or near a blanket. I don't know if you have their spot in a nice cool place, like a garage floor, basement floor, shady area. But there's some emphasis here on this blanket, or like I said, I could feel like the cool breeze here, right? A bit of a cool breeze here. But just maybe be mindful of how your pet is dealing in the heat here, our air signs. Yeah, she's kind of putting herself in the light here too. I used to have a cat, and she would just cook in the sun. She would just let herself just bake, and I'd come over and she'd be all sweaty and stuff. So I would have to physically take her out of the sun, because she would just allow herself to kind of suntan. So I don't know if you also have a pet. Again, just be mindful of how much heat is on them right now. It seems like body overheating, so they're not really moving much here. Trying to find cool spots. right? Trying to be the penguins here, cuddling up to the fan. I guess I could come closer to the camera here. Bit of an odd angle this morning, like I said. Okay, I promise to stop fussing. All right, next message. Okay, so a little bit of body overheating possibly in August. I mean, this feels quite literal, but I know this is the group that was getting into trouble by someone else, something else, but for me, it's really the possession here. So I don't know the cuddling, possessiveness here of the toy. I don't know if your pet is claiming you a little bit more than usual at this time, more clingy than usual at this time. I mean, if you have a new pet, this could be the bond forming with one of the primary humans in the home. They tend to lean more towards one. So it could be that bonding as well. But there's this claiming, this is mine. Could just be that general energy throughout the month. Again, it could be triggered by just temperamental from heat. If their body's not cool enough, they might be just temperamental here. But in the possessive energy here, not willing to share you, a toy, food, pillow, bed, whatever it is. Okay. I don't know if you've introduced something new. Maybe that's why. A new pet, a new human, a new chair. I mean, I've had pets that just an inanimate object that's new is, something they watch for a bit. But with this egg, it's sort of like a new start, or you're in a new place, new environment. Maybe it's the first time you're spending these months in this place, and you're kind of adjusting to what it's like in this season, in this environment. But there's this newness here. But yeah, with this sort of possession, they're feeling like they need to be more brave, more courageous, more protective, right? Archangel Michael, protection here, possessiveness, something new in the environment. Yeah. Okay. Oop, that was right side up. I don't know why I flipped it. Okay. So we have the crone here with her wisdom. She's flanked by owls, howl over here, chicken or rooster over here. So flanked by her knowledgeable birds here, all the insights and wisdom, deep knowing, deep knowledge, a choice, right? 2 of coins, this or that, making a decision here. Your pet's quite observant, right? Look at all the pausing and understanding, right? They understand that something's new. They understand that it's hot and they need to find a cool place. They understand that they have a sense of heightened protection, but this choice here, this or that. I don't know if it's coming back to the possession, or again, like the bonding a little bit more with one human in the household than the other, just naturally. And kind of they're in that stage, that phase here. We also have the double owls up here as well, right? Weighing on her shoulders, a decision. Unless this is your decision and they're observing. Because we even have the 2 moons. A lot of 2, 2, 2. Maybe that number is relevant to you. The number 2 or the angel number 222. You can take away the spiritual meaning of that. Maybe I'll take a couple more cards because I really want to understand what this duality is here. This decision or this and that. Like, what is this 2 referencing for you guys all in the air sign? Maybe I'll do this middle deck. Let's see if we can get, what's this message that you're trying to get across here, pets? About 2. Number 2. What decision? Oh, well, we got, this is twice now that they've had soulmates. So for those of you, the 2 could be, the introduction of that new person into the home, or your animals being introduced. So they're meeting the 2 of you for the first time, but definitely couple, partnership, 2 important people in your pet's life. Could be you and someone else, right? You and grandma, I don't know, or you and their grandma. So they're definitely referencing 2 people, but they brought that out. And then we have beautiful balance here, and then a solid foundation. Maybe it's the calmness, right? We see a lot of calmness. The owl's almost asleep. She's just quietly and patiently watching and observing, right? And then there's a little bit of playfulness here with the 2. So I wonder if there's mimicry that's going to happen with your pet, or if they already do mimic mimic what you do. Also with this number 2, kind of feeling that energy of, you do this, so I do that too. But there's definitely some callback here to the heat this month. So let's just be very careful with our air sign pets. They keep alluding to heat, but the big thing on deck this month is really sort of this, the 2 important people in their life that they're seeming to bond with, the heat that we saw, and then, a little bit of moodiness here with possession. Again, possession over one of these 2 people or both, or possession over a toy, a bed, a spot. You might have a few little disciplinary moments this month with your pets. So, we'll check in next month, and we'll see how our air sign pets are doing. But otherwise, just a nice little light, quick read, just a nice little check in on them, see how they're doing this month.